Welcome to the ACMP Mini Coaching Series, a resource for chamber music players at all levels. I'm Jennifer Clark, Executive Director at ACMP, Associated Chamber Music Players. You can find out more about our programs at acmp.net. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Nick Ravel, violist with PUBLIQuartet, and we're going to bring you some thoughts and suggestions for how to improve your chamber group's intonation. We'll briefly explore the physics of sound, the overtone series, and how to work on it within the group. The first thing to know is that intonation is incredibly subjective, and there's really no such thing as perfectly in tune. This is because of the way the harmonic series interacts with the 12 notes available to us in Western music. A fundamental is the lowest perceived part of any pitch. On my viola, the open C's fundamental sounds like this. But on string instruments, and really other instruments as well, there are overtones and harmonics kind of hidden within the fundamental. And the harmonics on the viola string sound like this. And they go up and up. The harmonics are ratios of the fundamental. They vibrate in ratios of the full string length. The reason this is important is because all of those harmonics belong to this fundamental. If a violin were to play the E string, that E string would have its own separate set of harmonics, which won't necessarily blend with the harmonics of the C string. So when we play the C string and the E string together, you can hear that they don't quite fit, even though the strings are tuned properly. We all know how to tune our strings in fifths, but because there's so many players and so many strings, a lot of things can go wrong. As a musician, it's important to have the right tools to tune to. There's so many apps these days that you can get right on your phone that come with drones and tuners. My favorite app, Tonal Energy, allows me to do both. I'm going to play for you a C major triad in equal temperament, which is how our modern pianos are tuned. Now I'm going to switch the temperament to just intonation, which means that the E and the G are tuned to the harmonics of the C. You should hear a difference. Now I'm going to play for you the E and compare the two versions. That's a very wide range of in tune. So in our group, we actually tune every single string to a tuner and then check our strings one at a time together. Okay, we understand the physics, we've tuned our instruments, now let's play a short passage from Dvorak's American Quartet. Let's rehearse this a little bit. We need to understand the chords of this section, so we're going to take each one and build them up from the lowest voice to the highest, one at a time, using a fairly dense sound so we can really match our intonation together. Now that we've built this up vertically, let's build it horizontally, starting with just cello and viola. It's important to do each one of these steps as many times as you need to feel comfortable. Once you've done that, you can add players. So now we'll add violin 2 to the mix. And last but not least, we'll add violin 1. With a passage where there's chordal writing and a more complex melody, it can be useful to simplify the melody into either quarter notes or half notes so you can hear how they interact with the rest of the harmonies. Now that we've worked the passage both vertically and horizontally, we're going to put it back into context and play it as written. In this video, we explored a little bit of the physics of sound, how to hear different types of intonation, and how to rehearse them in a group setting. We really hope you enjoyed the video and are able to take some of the concepts back to your chamber group. Thanks for watching, and happy practicing.